Hello and welcome to Playtonic. In our quick revision series, today we have arrived at Thomas Hobbes. He was the first person to give complete theory of sovereignty. Sovereignty means supreme power or the supreme authority to make and enforce laws. So sovereignty is the concept of modern times, and Thomas Hobbes is the most important thinker to understand the principles of modern political life. He gives the idea of positive law. He believes that only the law that is made by the state is supreme over all other traditions of laws. And why does he say so? Because he believes that the laws which are made by the state are product of the rational debate. They are certain, which means that there is no uncertainty associated with the positive law. And next he says that they come with a certain power of punishment. Since state is supreme, state is leviathan, state is absolute, and it has all the powers. So whatever law it will bring, that will come with a power of punishment. And in this regard he says that covenants without swords are nothing but words, which means that there should be a certain amount of power of punishment associated with any law, and such laws which do not have power of punishment associated with them are mere words. On this logic, he rejects natural law and calls it nothing more than articles of peace. Next, when we talk about Thomas Hobbes, one of his major quotes is that I and fear were born together. So he says that it is also due to the circumstances. He had witnessed the Puritan Revolution of 1641, and so he had the idea, the security and protection of life were the major ideas that were his major concerns: order and security of life. Next, since he belongs to the social contract tradition, he talks of state of nature, and he says that it was a kind of situation which was a war of all against all. And he says that in such a state, the life of man was nasty, poor, brutish, and short. Plus there was no scope for art, literature, letters, and industry. So for him it is a very bad place to live in, and it is for this that people enter into a contract. So from all of these, his idea that I and fear were born together, and his description of state of nature, he comes to the conclusion that right to life, the aim to secure the life is the highest aim, and that right to self-preservation should be inalienable and absolute. So it is for this purpose that he is also called as greatest of all individualists. Moreover, Hobbes comes with the idea of resolutive compositive method. Now this is a scientific method through which he arrived at the idea that man is individualist, man is utilitarian, man is possessive, materialistic, power seeking, fearful. And he arrives at this idea when he says that the universe is made up of matters, and there are particles, and they are in a state of motion, and there are two basic motions. One is towards pain and the other is towards pleasure. And since man always moves towards pleasure, so he is materialistic, he is individualistic, man is possessive, man is power seeking, and man is also fearful. When he says that man is power seeking, he says that life of man is a continuous search for power after power, which ceases only with his death. So he gives the social contract tradition, and though this is considered a mechanistic view of the origin of state, in opposition to the organic view of state. So he says that I give all my rights to this assembly on the condition that all give up their rights. So this is a kind of contract that people have entered into for the sake of preserving their life, for the sake of security of their life. Hobbes regarding Hobbes, Macpherson makes a comment that Hobbes shows contradiction. He is individualist in his assumptions but absolutist in his conclusion. The reason for saying so is that though he claims that Hobbes claims that I want to secure the life of people, the right to life should be absolute and inalienable, but then he gives absolute powers to the state. So he starts as an individualist and he concludes as an absolutist. To his defense comes Sabine, and Sabine says that Hobbes' absolutism is a derivative of his individualism. Sabine wants to assert that Hobbes gives absolute powers to the state. He makes the state a leviathan, the monster, the all powerful, almighty, because he wants to protect the people. He wants to save the right to life and the right to security, self-preservation, and it is for this reason that Hobbes gives all powers to the state. So his intentions are to secure the right to life, and it is for this reason that he is absolutist. So this is how Sabine defends Hobbes. So with this we have covered the major ideas of Hobbes, the major quotes, keywords associated with Thomas Hobbes. Stay tuned with Playtonic. We are coming up with the next thinker. Thank you.